Alright, what's up, y'all? It's Matt Shop. So now it's time to work on the engine on this thing, and we got a problem. So I already got my little light on here so y'all can see this, but I took apart the bottom part of the engine. This is it's got a screen on there. It's got a screen that goes around like this, and it goes up just like this, up under the engine like that. And all of these shavings dumped like right here, but they couldn't go back up into the motor because it has a screen there blocking it, and it's going to be impossible to get a shot of it how it is. But I was really upset when I saw this at first. If it'll focus. So I was really upset when I saw this at first, but then I got to looking at it, and it's not metal like you think it is. So this is going to be really hard to see, you know. You see, I wish I could get a better shot of this, but it's centered metal. It's like brake pad material. And there you go. See it? It's like brake pad material. So what is that doing in the engine? What is that doing in the engine? Well, you can see there's a ton of it. There's a ton of it. It's all in there. And at first I was like, oh no, I got screwed on this thing. But it's in the oil too. It's just, it's a mess. So I figured out what the problem is by doing a little bit of research online. So I believe I figured out the problem. It's behind here. It's the wet clutch is broken, chipped up, busted, I'm sure. And you say, well, it doesn't have a clutch. These are the clutches. No, there's a wet clutch behind there. And it looks like a brake drum shoes, basically keeps it so it can idle. And then once the RPMs speed up, they go out and engage and then turn a drum, which in turn turns this. That way it can idle. Well, pretty sure that thing's busted up. So in order to get that, I got to take all this off. This, the belt, the back sheave, this cover, and I basically have to split this portion of the case this way. So that's always fun. It's not going to be that bad, honestly, but you know what? I am going to take the whole engine out. I'm just going to take the motor out. Alright guys, so I'm just going to take the motor out because it's going to be 1,000 times easier to do it that way. I have to take the CVT thing apart now and then reseal that with the gasket. There's stuff in the way. It's going to be a pain in the butt to do with it on the bike. I got to do the top end. I'm going to have to do adjust the valves. I'm going to have to do, make sure the rings are on the piston in the proper orientation before I slide the cylinder head on there or cylinder jug on there. It's just going to be a pain in the butt to do it on the thing. I'm just going to pull the motor. So I got a helper. He's going to come and help me lift it out of here because I can only imagine how heavy it's going to be. But we're going to film the whole thing. And so it's just nuts and bolts. You can look at a thing and say, oh, it comes off here and here. So I'm going to get started pulling this thing. It shouldn't be too bad. Let's get going. Okay, so I have to get these linkages off. There's that one. You can see I got it lined up with the Sharpie. And then, a couple little bolts. Those little 8mm. And then as far as getting the motor out, that big one. There's a big one right there. Another big one right there. There's 3 on the axles. So those 3. And then there's 3 back there. And then it's just mirrored on the other side. There's that big one and, the 2 at the bottom. So let me get all these linkages off and then we'll start pulling bolts. All right, so I'm taking these axle, where they come out of the motor, the axle, I don't know what you'd call it, CV axle shaft. It goes straight through the motor and it goes to the front diff and the rear diff. But it's on these flanges right here. And these things are impossible to get off on the front one. I got 2 of them off. I'm about to take the last one off here. I got 2 of them off. back here using this little setup. Super long, like a 2-foot extension on the impact, so you can put it right there and just get them off. But the front ones, I'll give you all a shot of those. I don't know how I'm getting them off because I don't have swivel sockets, and they're loaded up with red Loctite. So in the service manual, it says they're supposed to have red Loctite on them, and you can see. I mean, they're coated with red Loctite. So let's get this last one out. And yeah, the front ones are impossible. What I've been doing is, you see, I'm probably gonna have to move my camera here, but you see how it rotates? So you can rotate it like that until you can get a straight shot in there. The light's going crazy, I know, but you can rotate it until you get a straight shot in there. So that's all 3 of these out. Yeah. I'll show you what we're dealing with on the front ones, but the front ones are not going to be fun at all. I've been playing with them and I just can't get them off. So we'll see. I'll show y'all. See, now we're loose. I might mark those just so I know, how they line back up. I think I'm going to put a mark down them, but I'm going to show you what we're working with up here in the front. All right, so here's the front one right here. The lighting's a little poor, but y'all get the idea. But there's no way to get an impact in there, and you can't put a wrench on it because it spins. You can't get any leverage on it. You try to stick a huge screwdriver down in there to hold it from turning, and you can't get enough leverage on it. With the impact swivel, you'd probably be all right, but I don't have one, and I already messed up that swivel. So I got my huge extension here, and you can try to feed it down below here and then try to get them to line up, but well, it's not going to turn now, is it? Oh sweet, I can do it by hand now. If you disconnect the back one, then you can get this one by hand now. But you see, it's not going to line up. It's off. So this is fun to get these off, so I'm going to have to experiment in this. I'm not going to waste y'all's time. I'm going to experiment with this to get these off. It shouldn't be that big a deal. I put, a bunch of extensions on here. I had like a 3-foot bar and ran it up under here, and I just impacted it full power, and it didn't take it off, so I might have to get some heat going or something. But once I get this off, we're going to take all these bolts off and get this motor out of here. Alright, so I got these bolts out. I had to do one of these deals, stick a screwdriver through the joint right here, and then, hold this one and turn that one, and I got them all broke loose, but they were impossible to reach with the impact because of the angle. So I got to pull those out, and then we're going to start pulling these motor bolts out of here. You can also use the frame, the trick where you put one wrench on one of them and then put it under the frame, and then one above, and then use the frame for leverage to hold one wrench while you torque on the other one. That seemed to work well on this. Alright, so now we got it set up to pull the motor out, and you can see this bolt is chilling right here, and that one's chilling right there, and then we took those 2 out up there, and then we got the whole pulley set up here. I don't know if we're going to need it or not, but we're about to see what's going to happen here. So let me go over to the other side here, and then we got to pull it out and rotate it out that way. All right, so now we're going to pull this thing and see what happens. I'm taking the bottom bolts out. You got it? You're going to be on camera unless you stay that far. You got it?
Yeah.
Is that even pulling it up? Dude, we can get that by hand. We don't need to pull it in. Get over there. Oh, the oil's coming out. Dude, that's heavy.
It's stuck on the brake.
Set it on the ground over here.
It's stuck on the brake pedal.
It's stuck on it. Oh man. Did it break any of the plastic?
Nope. This one's with that strip screw.
All right, we'll see y'all at the bench.
One. Spilled your chocolate syrup.
Chocolate syrup. All right, y'all, so I think I'm just going to end the video here. So in the next video, I'm going to have to take this one off, this pulley off, this case cover off, and get to the wet clutch that's behind here, because I believe that's where all this stuff came from. It looks like brake pad material, and that's the only thing inside the motor that would have that material as far as I know. So that should be fun to get at behind there. And then, of course, I'm going to have to reseal it and do all that kind of stuff, and I got to put all these parts back on here and get a new cylinder jug and piston and rings, and that's a whole separate videos. All right, y'all, thanks for watching. So if y'all enjoyed this video, make sure to drop me a huge thumbs up down below, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos in the future of me taking this whole thing apart and rebuilding the whole thing. Is going to be a lot of work, so y'all don't want to miss out on that. Peace.